Christchurch was the home of these victims. For many, this may not have been the place they were born. In fact, for many, New Zealand was their choice, the place they actively came to and committed themselves to, the place they were raising their families, where they were part of communities that they loved and who loved them. It was a place that many came to for its safety, a place where they were free to practice their culture and their religion.
Unprecedented, abhorrent event is, as you have heard the Prime Minister tonight, now classified as a terrorist event. Total number of people who have died in this horrendous event are 49. And our hearts go out to them and all of their family, all of their friends, all of their loved ones. And I want to assure everyone that we will do our best for them.
Well, for more details on that unprecedented attack this morning in New Zealand, we can cross now live to David Gillick, who's in Christchurch for us. David, thank you for joining us again here on Good Morning Europe. What more can you tell us now about the circumstances surrounding these shootings?
The circumstances surrounding the shootings. Well, we know that they took place during prayer time in the afternoon, the busiest time on a Friday here in New Zealand. The mosques were full of people attending Friday prayers. There were 30 people at least were killed in one of the mosques, the Al-Majid Al-Noor Mosque. Another 10 people at least were killed in another mosque in another part of the city. But that number, we've just heard 49 people have been confirmed killed. It may indeed climb even more than that, unfortunately, because there are 50 people with serious or very serious injuries who are in Christchurch Hospital. They've been taken there. We know that the gunman, or gunmen, one main gunman, was dressed in military clothing, and he burst into the mosque, the main mosque, with a semi-automatic weapon, lots of rounds that he reloaded and kept shooting indiscriminately at anyone he could see. And very, very sadly, there are lots of young people included in that. I've heard that even a 5-year-old girl was one of the victims. Several young people who were school students were there. So that was unfolding this afternoon and continued right through until this evening. And there's still a very heavy police presence in the city, but the investigation is still going on very much.
So tell us more about the atmosphere in the city. As you say, it's evening there, you're inside now, but you've been out reporting all afternoon. It's still, of course, morning here in Europe. But can you tell us how people there are reacting to this terrorist attack?
Everyone is totally shocked, Maeve. This just never happened. So we never thought it would happen in New Zealand at all. It's a very peaceful town. The only time we really feature on international world news is here in Christchurch about 7 years ago when we had the big earthquakes. Since then, we've recovered. It's a very tolerant society, really, with a lot of immigrants, but not many, not huge amount of immigrants, but people from around the world, from Iraq, Afghanistan, the war in Syria, and they've all fitted into society, and they've come and thought, we are safe here. And very tragically, that hasn't been the case. So people are totally shocked, I think, in Christchurch and really feeling, as you say, and they can't believe it.
And David, on the investigation, we've heard already today from Mike Bush, the police commissioner. Can you tell us what more details he had to say? And did he give any information on the motive for this ferocious attack? He
didn't give any clear reason for the motive, except to underline or reinforce the words of the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, that it is definitely a terrorist attack. The news that has been reported extensively is that it's a white extremist, white supremacist group. The main suspect has been named as an Australian-born man, his name Brenton Tarrant, and he posted what's a manifesto, he called a manifesto of hate, really, about pro-white supremacy, anti-immigrant rhetoric, and that was posted on the internet. He also live streamed this horror attack on Twitter, And police have advised that if anyone sees any link to that on the internet, just don't look at it. You don't want to see that. Meanwhile, the police investigation is going on. I am sure that international police, not just in New Zealand, but around the world, will be coordinating all their resources to find out if there were any other connections.